So you and your husband, just say the baby was reported to be healthy. The baby.
The fetus.
Fetus.
Okay.
This is how you allow your education to go to your head and your degrees to go to your head, and still forget that learning is an everyday process even after you have a degree in your field. Like, it's still a learning process, and somebody who has no degree at all can still teach you something, but you're not gonna understand that, because it's like, I never got this type of standpoint. Like, I really legitly never got this type of standpoint on the moving the goalpost, on my choice being my choice, and just because you have a place in it, it's like, just watch.
All of us were fetuses.
At one point,
Okay.
yes. That's a scientific fact. Including that dog was a fetus at one point, yes. You know,
Okay.
it was a canine fetus. Yes. Okay. So what's the point?
What I'm saying is that it's still like the value doesn't change because the baby is born or not. The baby still has the exact same value in the womb as the baby does when it's born.
But this is what I'm
saying.
That is a
fact. Now let's put it in perspective. Your husband and you both are going to have a healthy baby. Is it fair to your husband that just say that you don't want the baby, that you can go and end the baby's life and your husband has no say?
It is my body.
Is that fair?
It is
but
my
that
body.
is his baby too.
But it's in my body.
Yeah, but it's still his baby.
It's in
his DNA.
You see it, right? You see it like some type of soul ownership, even though it's not a soul ownership. Like, how can you solely be owner of a fetus? Because, you know, she hear me saying a baby, something wrong. But how could you be the sole owner when at the end of the day everybody knows it takes two? Not saying that any man wants to be taking the choice over your body, but you have to be a right person to say yes, he should have a choice too. That will be fair, because at the end of the day a mistake can happen and then you will turn around and make him pay for it. You're the type to do that. So if your husband didn't marry you and he tried to do that to you, he'd be on child support with the quickness. But this is all high education being used in the wrong way. Like, this is her education being used in the wrong way. Somebody telling them that they got to the finish line of something that makes them the most professional in that thing, when it doesn't. It doesn't. It just means you were comparable enough to remember all the information and pass all the tests, but let's go.
DNA is in your body. That baby has his DNA in your body.
Period. You know what? I was just at the African American History Museum in DC. No, and I'm going to get to my point here. And I'm reading about the enslaved in the Low Country. That's where my people are from, the Geechee Gullah part of South Carolina. Okay. And I'm reading about like what their lives were like. These are people that had no autonomy and no agency over their body, whether they were raped, whether their children were sold from them. What I'm telling you is, it is my body. It is not my husband's body. It is not. It is not the rapist's body. No, it is my body. It cannot live outside of my body. It is a part of my body. The fetus. I'm talking about the fetus.
That argument doesn't work, because when the baby is born, it still can't live without you. Can the baby, when it's born, live without you?
The baby, yes.
No, it cannot.
Yes, it can. Other people can take care of the baby. They can give the baby formula. They can do all of that.
Yeah, but it has to. It can't just live on.
And you see how what I'm saying. Your education will still make you look dumb, because he's pointing out that the baby will still need somebody, not just you, somebody to take care of it. So just because it's inside of your body and we're not taking care of it, because technically you're growing it, which would be taking care of it. Almost like a plant, you know, you plant the seed, you check on it, nurture it, feed it. But I guess your education make you right.
On his own.
Well, yeah, some adult, not necessarily me, but some adult has to care for it. See, that is a porous, ridiculous argument. What I'm saying
the
is,
baby still
up
needs
until the point of viability.
When is the baby viable?
You know what? I've made my point here.
No. When is the baby viable?
No,
when
sir.
Is viability?
I've made my point.
If your point is viability, then you're going to have to change your point almost every year.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Because 50 years ago, a baby could not be born as early as they can be today with modern technology.
Okay.
So was it not viable then, and is also viable now, and is now viable?
But okay.
The argument, it's a moot point. The bottom line is that it's selfish.
It's a moot point.
Abortion is selfish.
So you think it was selfish?
It is selfish.
What do I owe my child that is alive then if I give birth to if I
Just remember from the start of this whole thing, he said a healthy baby. He said a healthy baby. This is how bad she wants to prove the point, to move it, like legitimately move the point away from actually learning and producing and doing something. Look how she's gonna move the point. Check this shit out.
give birth to a child that does not have the frontal part of her brain.
So if the baby is diagnosed or to have Down syndrome, should you be able to abort the baby?
No, I'm not talking about Down syndrome.
No, let's say Down syndrome.
No, because
abortion
that's easy.
if
I'm
you
talking
wanna,
about lobar holoprosencephaly. Say it with me.
Let's argue.
You don't have to shout out a word you just learned. Like, you don't have to shout out a word. I don't even know what it means, but if that is the medical term for what happens to when somebody doesn't have that, then I understand. But you can still you can use shit like what he said. You can. He's making a point. He's not saying everybody. He's making a point. And this is why I say your education begin you fucked up. Because just because you have a degree in something and you speak this highly of that thing doesn't make you right.
Lobar holo.
Are you trying to make a rap now?
I can. No, I'm talking about a child that is not born with the HQ.
Let's agree to this.
With the frontal lobe.
Now let's agree to this.
Yes.
Let's agree to this.
I'm talking about catastrophic.
Can we agree on this?
I'm not talking about Down syndrome.
Let's do that. Let's agree.
Okay, so go ahead. Talk about lobar holoprosencephaly.
Let's agree.
Go ahead.
Let's agree real quick. Let's say that every child that is born with that disability, which I haven't researched it, but let's assume that they may be stillborn when they're born.
Okay.
Let's just stick to that one. Every woman who has that condition can have an abortion, and no other women can have abortions. Would you agree to that?
No, I would not.
You see? It's like he gave you a good answer. He's like, yo, this would be valid. Because yes, nobody wants that. Well, it's not that nobody wants that. Nobody wants to put their kid through that. And I don't get the argument. I don't.
So then what are the other women doing?
I believe that
so you get the bump and grind and pump and sweat with no consequences. Is that what you're saying?
But every woman who pumps and grinds, there are women where it was forced upon them.
Okay,
it was girls where it was forced upon
let's say
them.
that those women, we agree that they're exempt.
No.
That everybody else no abortion.
No.
Why? That's the question. Not making no type of sense.
Everybody else no abortion.
No.
Why?
Any woman, any girl,
for any reason,
who decides that they want to have an abortion,
for insane.
That reason is her business.
No, it's not.
It is her business. It is not your business. It is not my business. It's her business.
Let's do some
period. Now you know what I got to do? I got to go. No, because I'm a librarian. I got to go and do a librarian.
A librarian you're talking about, right? I don't know what to be saying about this because it don't make sense. You had it's not even a good fight. It wasn't. He gave you multiple outs for you to be a correct person, and you didn't take it. You just think that, matter of fact, nothing left to be said. I just did this video because I thought she was speaking nonsense. You came out there to actually have a debate. You came out to have a yelling match and give no viable information. All I saw was victim mindset shit. Then when it come down to, yo, all right, cool, let's play that scenario. No. What? He gave you an out. That was a great fucking out for you to be like, all right, cool. You don't care about nobody else but yourself. That's what you're telling me. And with this whole thing, you don't care about anybody else but yourself. Because if you cared about other people, like you was speaking like you cared about other people, you would have said yes. It would be okay at that point. Because all you would have to do is stop doing what you're already doing. But dodging accountability is the thing. So yeah.